Good afternoon. My name is George, and I attended the English coffee break. I would like to thank Timothy Chipsanim for once again volunteering his time, energy, and wisdom. And I would also like to thank his family for letting us borrow him once a night to lead us English speakers in coffee break. While studying the books of Peter, one of the main themes discussed about how we are his chosen people, a royal priesthood, his special possession. And as such, we must forego our former lives of sin from the pursuit of the flesh to be holy, for he is holy. Yet after reading and spending weeks reflecting on this idea, the Spirit began to reveal in me hidden sins, how there were still parts of me that were clinging to my former life, and even more so, parts of me that had never even attempted to leave. I saw that I still had so many areas in my heart in which I was enthroned as king rather than God, and I was making decisions and choices in pursuits of worldly comforts and pleasures, rather than denying myself in pursuit of his ways. However, it didn't stop there. Through the Spirit's revelation, it also revealed in me a hidden portion of my heart filled with anger and resentment that was produced by my past traumas that I thought I had long since reconciled. Those traumas manifested itself in several ways, but one of the most shocking to me was the realization of my lack of faith and willingness to trust God to be the final and just judge in whom I could entrust all things. This is something I always knew about, but when presented with an opportunity to do so, I could not. I can still remember in a recent incident, in a fit of anger and frustration, the Spirit spoke into me to lay down myself and entrust judgment to him, but I found myself refusing the Spirit's requests. These gifts of revelation were shameful but also humbling. Yet through the Spirit's revelations of my faults and failures, Peter's letters most importantly reassures us of God's love for us, of his covenant of redemption for all people through Jesus Christ. No matter the amount or depths of my shortcomings, the blood of Christ is the sole redeeming token of my salvation, that there is nothing I could have done or can do to earn or lose his love, because he loved us first, and his love for us is perfect and unconditional. This idea, just like the other points, are something I would say most, if not all, Christians know, but the revelations of my hidden sins and lack of faith produced in me a greater understanding of his love for me. Knowing and understanding, though somewhat closely related in a grammatical sense, are worlds apart in an applicable sense. Someone may know that losing a loved one is painful, but understanding the depth of pain, the aftermath that follows, and the burden that is borne for the remainder of his or her life is unmatched. 5 years ago, during a time of fasting and prayer, God promised to me transformation. And during this season of my life and coffee break, his working in me has been so very evident. It is my hope that in my walk of faith with him, I can continue to pursue him with a passion and zeal that grows daily, while also offering a little more of myself to him in obedient submission every day, that he would continue his good works in me. I'm sure that even in my dying breaths, I will never achieve that perfect obedient submission that I strive for, but that's something I don't worry about because Christ did it for me. But rather, I can only do my best to follow in his footsteps because of my love for him, just as a child that attempts to emulate the behaviors of his loving Father whom he admires. Thank you.